Okay, guys. My my holster arrived from Kraft. This is the made in Italy. Very nice leather. It's got very nice stitching. I like it. And I had the gun. Oh, by the way, this one's called the Raptor. I had the gun with the plastic like they recommend. Put it in there so it fits and it fits right to the edge, to the bottom there. You don't want it sticking out the bottom. And I'm gonna leave it in the plastic so I don't scratch the gun or the leather because they're both very new. And I also bought, oh, and by the way, to run the belt, I had to use this thing to get it through back here because it was tight as, so I just put it in there and pried around and moved it and stuff. Um, I still got the drizzles from a 2-week cold. I got the flu and I thought it was COVID and I tested for it, but it wasn't. It was just a regular flu, but man, you know, teeth aches, headaches. I thought it was COVID, but we did the test and it wasn't. So I'm coming out of it now. I still got the drizzles and stuff. But anyways, I bought this. To be honest, I don't know why I bought this because I don't do the full scrotum gut removal on the deer. I do the removal of the extremities and the loins and stuff. But I was just curious about it, and I said, you know what, it might come in handy. It's only, I think I paid $7 for this thing. I said, let's get it. What the hell? One of those things that you're bored, you're sick, and you're sitting on the computer, and you just want to buy something and make you feel better. So let me see if I can get it out. And the way they package these things, geez Louise, man, they're hard to get out. So let me see if I can do something with this knife. And I'm kind of weak. I got so much stuff to do. I brought the intake manifold with all the parts and screws back here so I can clean it and paint it and get it ready for tomorrow. And I don't think I'm going to have it ready for tomorrow because I'm still I had a really bad sleep last night. I couldn't sleep. I was just tossing and turning. And I said, it's going to have to wait until I feel better because I did go on the weekend and took it out. Okay, so this is the saw, which doesn't really weigh anything. I mean, let me see. Let me get my cheap scale here. And this could come in handy in case you need to cut something that you need teeth on, because a regular knife, a hunting knife, is not doesn't have any teeth. Okay, now it doesn't want to come on. It needs a flat surface, not the. Okay. All right, so this thing weighs 1.8 ounces. Wow, that's light. And then the pouch. Let's see if I can get the pouch out of here. 0.8 ounces. So the whole thing would weigh 2 ounces probably. Let me see. And this is going to be on the backpack, on the belt somewhere. Don't know exactly on what side. Okay, so 1. This is 2.6. 2.6. Not bad. And then the gun with the holster and the belt. I know the belt's going to bring it up to 3 something. Oh, what is it? 213. That's not bad. The 357 was 3 something. That's why I decided to carry this instead of the 357, because it has a few extra rounds and it weighs over a pound less. And when you're backpacking, every pound counts. So now let me try this. Oh, let me try the, see how it fits. So this is not going to be on my pant belts. This is going to be on a separate belt that I'm still considering. Maybe I'll take it on my pant belts. But this belt is very thick. It's going to be hard to put it through there. So let me see. This this belt is so old. I've had it for years. But it's still good leather. It hasn't cracked, broken up or anything. So the reason I contacted Craft was that the other holster, when I put my backpack, the holster was under the belt, and I wanted to be above the belt. So they gave me a credit, and they didn't want me to ship the holster, so I still got it. And I said, well, I'm not going to use it really, but yeah, I could keep it, you know. But they gave me a credit, and I put some of the money of the credit on the purchase on this one. So let's see now. Let me see now if I can put this on. And this year, I need to get that X10 area. Okay, so now let me turn you around a little bit here. So now tighten it up just a little bit, not too much. And let's put this on. Okay, so now the gun, I knew it. I knew that the holster was going to be better because the other one was kind of coming under here. So you're going to have to go under and reach out, which is kind of uncomfortable. And it was a little bit on the way as far as, well, not much, unless you're raising your legs a lot to do heavy duty climbing, which I'm not going to. I'm just going to do regular walking and then a little bit of climbing, which is not that steep. But there was something about it that was in the wrong position. This one, it's right on the money. I can just grab it, pull it out real easy. It's a little bit further back than where it should be. So maybe I could kind of shift it a little bit towards the side there. So that's perfect now. So the Raptor, if you want to do this with a 45 or actually any you can do it with a revolver, you know. It's right on the money. The pockets are still here on the outside. The gun is on the inside of the belt, and it's comfortable. And even if you tighten it, let me cinch it a little bit here. I think I got one side inch more than the other. But anyways, let me back up so you can see. So the gun is right there. Like I said, easy to pull. Now let me get it out of the plastic for a minute. Let me reach under here. It's right on the money. Man, this thing fits like a glove. It's really, really on the money. The gun is right on the edge of the bottom of the holster. So it's not sticking out. You know, you're not gonna hit it if you're climbing through on a tight edge of rocks and you hit it with the gun, it's not going to scrape the crown or anything because it's protected by the holster. You might scratch the holster, but who cares about the holster? The gun is the important thing. So the holster is protecting the gun and it's in the right position to take it out and use it. And man, you know, when I bought that, when I was looking at the holster and kind of choosing, because they have a big selection, and they were, I was looking at a different video of the guy wearing it, but they do it kind of quick. You don't really catch, you know, everything. And when I saw the one that he showed, the crossover, because I always like the crossover, I'm not really into the side or the back or anything. It's here where it's the most comfortable for me. And um, when I saw that, and I said, and then but then he said, you can walk, you can carry it on the side. Or it was also a crossover, but the angle was wrong. And he says you can sit and you can do this and that. And I said, well, you know, sitting. I mean, yeah, unless you're gonna carry it on the vehicle if you have a CCW. But let me see if this is for hunting. This is not for CCW. If I'm sitting, all right, I got a perfectly good chair right here. And let me lower a little bit and bring you closer. Okay, so for sitting, say that you're going to sit in the truck and drive some other place while you're hunting, of course without the I'm an idiot. Let me take the pack off. I'm not all together here. My mind's still a little cloudy. Last night I had this really bad acid. It was driving me crazy. I didn't sleep until 3 o'clock in the morning. All right, so for walking around, it's kind of wobbling out. You know, it's not that close, but you can do some adjusting. If you have a stiffer belt, it'll stay closer to the body. But for sitting, oh man, yeah, this is perfect. So let's say that you're driving, you're doing the trails, and you say, okay, I'm gonna hunt here, I'm gonna drive over there and hunt there, or whatever. Or if you're driving a quad or a side by side, you can get on and off with this thing on, and it doesn't bother. It doesn't bother you. It's very comfortable. It kind of fits your fat belly. so yeah, this is the right holster. This is the right holster. The angle is right. It's straight up, but it kind of gives it a lot, like a 15 degrees, because of the angle of the belt. It doesn't go straight across. It kind of goes down like that, and that gives the holster a little leaning, and that makes it the right angle to grab the handle of the gun and pull it out. So I'm very happy I got it. The fit on the gun is excellent. I mean, it's like it was shrink wrapped to the gun. And all I did is I sprayed it on the inside. I bought the little treatment. It costs, I don't know, $8, $9, something like that. And you spray it, and then you got the little wad applicator. Kind of rub it on the leather. Kind of makes it a little softer, I think. Then you put the gun in the plastic and shove it back in there. And man, I left it for a couple of days, 3 days, I think, or 4 days. So it works perfect. You know, I'm sitting here and I'm comfortable. I don't even feel that I have a gun on me. So this is going to be perfect for hunting in bear country. I also have an additional clip that I bought, but I don't know if I'm going to take it. And as far as the pack going over it, it's perfect. It's perfectly made, because I explained to them when I was going to return it. They were asking me, is there anything wrong with the holster you bought? And I said, there's nothing wrong with the holster. The holster is exactly the way it's designed, but it doesn't fit my needs on having a backpack on with a handgun on my belt. And it was hanging from below the belt. And it was kind of awkward to grab it and pull it completely horizontal. It didn't have an angle or anything, just completely. So I said, no, I wanted to return it, and they just wrote me back and said, we're gonna give you credit and buy the holster you want, and you can keep the one you got. I said, okay. So I don't know, I might sell it to somebody that has a similar gun because it'll fit other 45s, you know. So yeah, guys, for backpacking, I'll put the backpack back on. Now let me adjust this. Let me adjust this. This is a little bit about the same. Let's see if it fits my belly. Okay. Okay, I've lost 2 or 3 pounds. That's not a lot, and I wasn't really doing anything for it. I got sick, and you start drinking more fluids, and that kind of did it. So okay. So the idea of walking with a handgun on your hip, I've seen people use a shoulder harness, but I think this is more comfortable because the shoulder harness is also here. It's going to be tangled up with all this belt system, and so this is right on the money. It's not impeding the drawing of the gun. It's right there, and it's hugging the gun on the outside, the holster on the outside, and it makes it comfortable. So then you can cinch it. Let me see if I can tighten it up here. Yeah, that's tight. Okay. So that fits. That fits good. Now, I might put it on the pant belts, but no, let's say you get to camp, you take off your pack, you can take off the additional belt, wrap it, and put the gun on the side. But if you're in bear country and I'm talking bear country like, well, not like Alaska because the bears there are huge. You're gonna need a bigger gun. But if you're in an area and if you got meat hanging after processing the deer, you think a bear could pop up and come after the meat, then it's good to wear the gun in camp. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. I'm having cold sweats. I gotta lay down a little bit. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.